welcome to part 2 of episode 12 of Game Club. This is when we talk about the topic of the week and news after that. And the topic for this week is, it is revealed, it's no longer called the NX, it is the Switch.
Hoo-hoo, man.
They pulled
Nintendo.
a Switch.
I didn't switch the picture at the right time.
Oh, nice. Good job, sir.
Thanks.
And I want to talk a little bit about it, what we learned about it, but ultimately I want to discuss whether you think this will put them back on the map with the primary gaming crowd. I don't mean casual gamers. I don't mean cell phone gamers. I mean console and PC gamers. Gamer gamers.
Like real gamers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gamergate gamers. No. So anyway, what is it? So it's a console handheld hybrid.
It looks that way, yeah.
So it can it docks into the station which is already connected to your television. You can use something like a Pro controller, or even the sides of it come off and then either can hook together or they can hook into kind of this Frankenstein device.
It looks kind of like a controller, like it holds the two pieces together and gives you kind of like a feel of a Xbox One control feel.
And if you put 5 of them together, it forms a giant robot that defends the universe.
It is your responsibility to get them together. You are Zordon. Anyway, so, and then, let's say you're right in the middle of your game and you got to go somewhere, right? Mom says, hey, get in the van. And
no, Mom.
You can just sort of undock it and take it with you. And what's important here is the dock doesn't do anything at least important for the game. Like, it probably has a couple of small features in it, but the idea is the device itself, the handheld, is doing all the processing. It is the console that goes with you. Of course, they didn't mention anything about battery life. I'm worried that this thing will get like an hour and a half max.
It should have a good battery life. I mean,
I imagine the graphics card must be amazing.
Well, it's running Skyrim on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Skyrim 5.
sort of the word out there.
A game from 5 years ago?
The updated one with the new reskin.
The word on the internet street is that it'll probably be somewhere between the power of a Wii U and a PS4, which that might have sounded good about 2 years ago, but at this point, with the PS4 Pro and the Scorpio coming out after that, again, Nintendo's putting out an underpowered system that they hope a gimmick will sell it, right?
They're like, save me, Mario.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to wait and see what they actually come up with on the specs. But, I mean, it looks like the dock maybe has all those good components on it, maybe. I don't know.
No,
or is
it
it all
doesn't
in
do
the tablets? I don't know.
No, they've said the dock doesn't do any rendering.
Huh.
It's all in the tablet. All the dock does is hook to the television, and I assume maybe be able to add more controllers like wirelessly.
Well, no,
I'm assuming that, but that's kind of an impression I have. But as far as like rendering the game itself, the dock has none of that.
Okay.
It's all in the handheld.
All right. Yeah, well then in that case we'll see what they come up with, I guess, on specs. But yeah, if it is underpowered, I don't know about that.
How could it not be? I mean,
right.
It's
small.
Even most laptops are underpowered compared to a PC, so
Yeah.
Well,
it's a size issue.
Nvidia's running this, right?
Yeah, it's an ARM Tegra.
And then AMD's running the other one, so maybe this will be more powerful either way. Zing.
I think that is somebody said it best, is that it's too small to have the power to compete with other consoles and PC, of course, but it's also too big to compete with the convenience of handhelds. Right? It's like it's way bigger than a
cell phone.
Right. It's way bigger. It's way bigger than a pocket. Right.
Yeah.
It's a backpack device, right? Kind of thing, which begs the question of like, will it be sort of defeated in both spheres, because it doesn't have the critical component each sphere wants. It doesn't have the power for the console and the PC sphere, and it doesn't have the convenience for the handheld sphere. Because even the 3DS, it's a little bulky, but you can close the clamshell and stuff it in your pocket.
Well, yes, but it's still pretty huge in your pocket.
But
I mean,
but you can
most people
stuff
probably
it,
don't.
You can do it.
Yeah, but I mean, you can carry a tablet around. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, what's the difference? I don't
like carrying a tablet around.
Yeah, but you can still do it. No, but not everybody likes stuffing their 3DS in their pocket, right? But you can still do it.
But you can if you have to.
So they're gonna have a Nintendo purse to go with it.
There you go. Yeah, it's called a satchel actually.
Satchel. So you don't feel so pathetic. When
Exactly.
You wear it.
Just put Zelda on it and everything's good, right?
Yep. There you go.
Again, depending on how you interpret it, there's some good, there's some bad here. It can do a lot with its controllers. The controllers can attach to the side of it. They can be totally free. They can connect together. They can connect on a Frankenstein device. You can buy extra pro controllers.
Yeah.
Extra pro.
So
it looks like that one controller that you get, you can hook it up to the device, right? And you can play it like that. And then in the trailer, it seemed like you can even use that one controller as two. Yeah. You give one to your the person you're playing with, and then you got the other one. And you guys can be playing cooperatively or whatever. Right. And it just kind of depends, I guess, on the game developers if they want to use it.
Can't imagine too many games will do that though, just because it'd be so many limited. It'd be limited inputs to divide them up like that. Yeah. Somebody did a mock-up. It wasn't a Nintendo announcement, but it was a mock-up of what Nintendo could do, which is with specific games come out with new controllers to attach to the sides that are designed around the that game's needs. So you could have let's say you could buy a collector's edition of, let's say, Call of Duty 34. Yeah. And the collector's edition
3000. The
collector's edition on the Nintendo Switch would come with special controllers that attach to the side that are much more all about Call of Duty. Okay. Or you could or think of any other game where the control scheme is very particular and very important. You could do collector's editions that have its own special controller attachments. Yeah, I can see how that'd be both cool or a great burden upon those of us who purchase games.
When you say that, I'm thinking I don't want to be carrying all that stuff around.
Well, apparently you haven't owned a Wii or Wii U in a while because
well, I have the Wii, but
I owned a Wii and now I own a Wii U, and it's just so many freaking controllers,
and that's annoying.
It is.
I don't want that. If this does the same thing, I might not even buy it because of that.
Some interesting things not shown in the announcement video, though nobody touched the screen. Yeah, there's no indication that it's a touch screen, which I don't know if that's maybe that could be a battery saving situation where if it doesn't have a touch screen, it'll have more battery life. Yeah. Or some people might interpret that as kind of behind the times. Touchscreen is normal now.
Why would you want to dirty up your screen though? I mean,
I don't know. We all dirty up our screens.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be playing games on it constantly, I don't know. I don't want to dirty it up with my fingers. Okay. Greasy, oily.
Have you played Civilization with a touchscreen?
Yeah, it's on my laptop actually.
Yeah, it's nice.
I still hate it though.
Why do you? Okay. So it didn't have a touchscreen. It also didn't have any. There's no sign of motion control. Yeah. Nobody did anything that would be construed as.
So we're done with motion control.
I'm hoping
that I'm okay with. I wish they did get rid of that. And frankly, if it saves battery, I'd be fine with ditching Rumble. Yeah. Now I like Rumble. There's certain games that use Rumble nicely, and it's kind of a nice touch, but I don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of worn out its welcome as far as the gimmick of it. Mm-hmm. It's not really necessary. Yeah. Again.
Or bring back the Rumble packs. Just attach it to it.
So let's ask the question. When you look at a diagram of Nintendo's sales, their console sales, that it's a steady slope down. Each console sells less than the one before it, and there's only one exception, which is the Wii. Mm-hmm. The Wii had a huge spike, but if you take the Wii out of that graph, their best sales are on the NES, then the SNES, and then the N64, then the GameCube. Like I said, skip the Wii, and then the worst sales are the Wii U. Mm-hmm. So they're obviously trying to spin out of this downward slope. Yeah. Do you think the Nintendo Switch can spin them out as far as gamers go?
Maybe. I think they might be able to if they're able to attract third-party developers, and also if they don't make it difficult for them. You know, for example, we take the Wii, and they had Call of Duty on the Xbox 360, I think it was. And then they brought it over to the Wii, and it looked like crap. It played like crap, right? So sorry for that language, by the way. But yeah, I would say that if they're able,
language.
But I would say if they were to bring in third-party developers and actually make it to where they don't have to change the game drastically. If I can get the same experience as if I were to get the same experience on a Xbox One or whatever, the same game. Then I think they would attract a lot of people with that.
How about you, Chris?
Nah.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
well, I feel like to fall in love with the Switch, you have to want yet another device.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean another console, because when you buy a console, you can replace a console.
Yeah.
But when you buy a handheld screen, you're not going to ditch your iPad or your Android device. You're not going to ditch your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, do we live in an age right now where I want yet another handheld device?
It
Now,
fills a need I don't have.
Right.
Well, here's the thing though. What if they get rid of the Nintendo 3DS, the Game Boy, just in general, and then just stick with the Switch? If they do that, they're gonna be able to bring all their customers from the Game Boy market and bring it over here.
They're hoping.
And I mean, that would be great if they did that. I mean, come on, imagine playing Pokemon on a big screen and everything. That'd be pretty dope.
Consider this. I think this is what they're thinking. They've always been a two-platform company, which traditionally was the console but next to your television and your handheld. I think they're trying to bring old console gamers to the Switch by giving them further functionality, and I think they're going to try to switch their handheld fans to their cell phone gaming. They're trying to become I think their new platform is going to be cell phone. Not the hardware, but the games.
I don't know. I find that hard to believe because the games are not going to be the same. I mean,
but they're coming out with them.
But
they're doing it.
Look at Pokemon. I mean, it's a great game, yeah, but it's not the same as playing a Pokemon game on the 3DS.
But Pokemon wasn't their game.
Well, true, but then they came out with Mario Run.
It hasn't.
Or they're going to come out with it,
yeah.
And all it is a running game that you jump once in a while. I mean, it's not the same experience, though.
It's not the same experience, but I think that's what they're perceiving. I think that.
When's this supposed to be out? I'm sorry.
It's gonna be in March 2017.
The system or
releasing in
the
March?
Switch.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean that's why everybody's like, man, it took so long for the announcement to come out.
Mm-hmm. And it came out of the Blues too. So
yeah. Blues
Thursday.
Clues. All right, let's move on.
Go Nintendo.
Kind of.
I'm really hoping they're able to get out of the slump. I've been a big fan of Nintendo games, so I'm hoping they kind of are able to. Plus, on the plus side, when they announced the Switch, their stock market went up by $1 billion, so they got some money to play with there.
That always happens though with when consoles get announced. There's always that initial big excitement.
Yeah.
I think
And
honestly,
the cynicism sets in.
yeah. The truth is, I kind of want Nintendo to epically fail at their console stuff because I want them to focus on their software. I want them to divert all their attention to great games. But, that's just me.
All right, what's next?
What is next? Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Jose. Jose, you found a piece of news for us.
Yeah, I found the Gwent closed beta will begin on October 25. That's, in a few days from now?
What word?
I think it'll be
rhymes with Gwent?
Tuesday when we release the video. So, yeah, you might be checking it out by then. If you want to be a part of the beta, you definitely have to sign up via the Gwent website. It's Gwent, the Witcher card game. So pretty much if you've played the Witcher 3 and you got to play the Gwent card game within Witcher 3.
And you're not James?
And you're not James, yeah. If you were not that guy that actually did not decide to play against the Scholar.
Yeah.
So this is the card game that kind of got a lot of popularity within The Witcher 3, and they're bringing it out on its own separate kind of game.
Question for you. Is it PC only, or will it be on tablets and phones?
That's a good question. It doesn't say here, but I believe it's just PC. Playable on PC, Xbox One. That's it. That's all it says on here.
Xbox One.
Yeah, Tuesday, October 25 at 7 p.m. CEST, so that's Central Time.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Because we want to play it for Game Club, so I might have to bust out the Xbox One version.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay. So anything else about Gwent, or?
No, that's it.
That's it.
So
okay.
sign up if you want to play it.
So talking about heartening/disheartening news, we have PlayStation announces partnership with Rockstar for Red Dead Redemption 2. Dun 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 dun. They'll get online DLC timed exclusives, so meaning stuff will come out first. They haven't mentioned what the time will be. I've seen stuff that's only like a week before, and I've seen stuff as much as a year before. So who knows how it's going to be for this game.
How long did it take for GTA 5 to make it to PC?
Right?
Wow.
Took forever.
A year, right?
And Red Dead Redemption 2
time.
isn't even announced for PC, period. And the first one never came to PC, right?
Yep, it didn't.
So there you go.
So that's gonna be interesting if we get it on PC or not. So
Also, part of this deal is that Red Dead Redemption, the first, technically second, but we'll call it the first game, will be coming to PlayStation Now, which nobody's excited about because nobody plays PlayStation Now. Not even fans do.
That's
But
funny.
it should be mentioned.
Well, all right.
What about Red Dead Revolver?
Something I do find interesting, though, is that they announced that the trailer they put out was captured on a PlayStation 4.
Wow.
And it looked pretty sick.
It looked really good.
Some people are theorizing it was probably a PS4 Pro, but still looked real sick.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, I thought it was pretty sweet looking, and I was like, man, this is going to be a great game just by the graphics alone.
Yeah.
But gameplay, I mean, come on, who plays games for gameplay?
Let's do another quickie before we get to Chris's. Development on The Last Guardian. Sony announces that it's complete.
Finally.
So it shouldn't be
so we can get
delayed
it from like
anymore.
10 years from now?
Yeah, it'd be great. And apparently, so it's gone gold, which is the industry way of saying what's going to be on the disc is completed.
Okay.
They might come out with a patch. They might come, DLC obviously, but the disc content is complete. That's what they mean when they say they've gone gold.
Okay.
Which is not to be confused with what the music industry means, which means they've sold a certain amount of units.
500,000.
Right. So
thank you, Chris.
No problem.
So that means that it shouldn't be delayed
Barnes
anymore. I just can't wait for this game to come out because I want to see so many people be disappointed that it sucks. Right? That'd be great.
Because I'm miserable and I want to see everyone else.
I want to see
miserable.
the world burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
Chris, you had something for us.
Battlefield 1 came out this weekend. This weekend? Yeah.
How many Battlefields have come out since The Last Guardian started being made?
This would be 5, right?
Wow.
Because 4 was last year. Or 2 years ago. No, then Hardline.
See?
Yeah, I have no idea.
And then 1. So is it 6? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So it's
I mean, the
been-
last one I played was 1942. That was it.
It's been getting good reviews. People like it.
Yeah, what's the average review?
I don't know. I don't have the Metacritic score in front of me. But I've just seen that people have been...
It's
all the reviews have
generally
been very
positive.
positive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty positive, yeah.
I don't have enough screens to have that up at the same time, James.
Okay.
You need to get more.
I
Come
know. But so I played it for a couple hours. Yeah, I'm EA Access member, so I get my 10 free hours. And I really like the multiplayer, but it's a little bit slower. I don't know if the novelty of all the World War I stuff will wear off.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think maybe an hour or two, and then you'll be done.
I don't know if it'll have the staying power that like Battlefield 4 had.
Yeah. I don't know either. I mean, like I said, I haven't played any of the recent ones, but I mean, this one does look pretty interesting just because they have like, horses. I think that's pretty cool. And I heard that the tanks and stuff are actually more intimidating if you're up close to them.
They are, but it's also because it's all World War I. They're slower. Like everything's slower.
Nice.
So sometimes it's a little frustrating.
That's good for me. I need things to slow down a bit. I'm
As I
getting
get
old.
old.
Games are too fast.
So I don't know if that'll like eventually start to just feel annoying.
Yeah. I can see that.
Wow, the PC Metacritic score for Battlefield 1 is an 89.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a solid score.
They even have this thing where it's kind of like an equalizer, right? I guess if one team is losing, the other team gets like a blimp or
nuclear
a train.
bomb.
Yeah, the train is pretty fun.
Yeah, and you got to work as a team to take it down.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty fun. I think that's a cool thing to add into
The funny thing about the
FPS.
biplanes is you do get like ejected sometimes. I mean, you can.
On purpose.
No, well, yeah, but and
You suck,
surviving.
get outta
It's a totally different feeling.
Nice.
It's funny.
Yeah, I
'Cause
might
it's going
actually.
so slow with a biplane.
Wow. I might actually check that out though.
Yeah,
Because I really like that part of history.
yeah, it's
So-
definitely an interesting thing. It's something we probably don't talk about enough in our history classes.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's overshadowed by World War II, really.
Yeah,
And all the stuff that happened during that time. So, anyways, let's not go into depressive conversations.
All
so
right.
turn into the Great Depression here.
So our last piece of news before wrapping up is that the strike began for voice actors of video games. They were after a raise, and I don't know what they make, so I don't know if that raise is a fair or unfair thing to ask for. Another thing they asked for, but they're probably not going to get, but they're demanding it, is royalties, which I find to be a little ridiculous. I mean, voice actors are great. I value them, especially the good ones, like Last of Us is so well voice acted. But like, I'm not sure that a voice actor deserves royalties when developers don't tend to get royalties.
True.
Like, if anybody deserves royalties from video games, it's the primary developers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yet they don't get them. And I don't know. I've never understood the whole obsession with. I mean, royalties. You want money. You want to make a bunch of money. That's the real obsession. But the notion that you deserve royalties, I've never really understood that concept.
Yeah.
Well, because the product keeps making money.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's the idea behind it.
Well, I understand that, but the whole point of being the publishing company is you flip all the bills, and you usually don't make any money from the very first. You only make your money back from the first major burst of sales, and your money gets made from the ongoing money.
Well, then it depends too on what kind of. I didn't look at the details of it either. So we're real well prepared for today, aren't we?
Well, no, I looked at. I mean, they want royalties.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
because like in music, a lot of times we do royalty splits.
Right.
Where the songwriter will get a percentage of royalties.
But see, the songwriter in that case is the primary developer, creator of the product. Voice actor is one person out of, like thousands.
Thousands, yeah.
But even like a musician who's brought in to play on something can work a deal to get royalties depending on the situation. It's all very flexible. But I mean, that's what a lot of people like about these kinds of industries is the flexibility.
Right.
And you can negotiate whatever you're worth, whatever you can prove you're worth.
Right.
And I was listening to, I think it was a podcast, and they were talking about, I forgot the name of the podcast, so if you guys have already heard it, I apologize for not giving credit, but they were interviewing a voice actor, and this voice actor was talking about one of their concerns was that most of the video games are requiring that these actors perform in a way that kind of puts strain on their vocal cords, I guess, and if that's your primary way of making money, they kind of have an issue with them not making enough money to be able to cover that, I guess. So that's another issue that they kind of bring into the table as well, at least in a conversation for the voice actors in video games.
Seems like a tenuous argument to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just kind of what I heard, so I don't know.
No, I understand. I'm not questioning what you heard. Just,
yeah.
It's not an impressive argument.
So this is going to affect the development of any of our games?
Probably the
bottom
price.
line.
Mass Effect, right? Unless they've recorded everything already.
I would think by now. I'd hope they have everything recorded.
Yeah, I mean, but we'll put it this way. Usually,
they'll just go on Fiverr and get some people.
I mean, usually, I keep on wanting to say guilds because we're talking about video games, not guilds, but
unions.
Unions are usually smart about making these strikes happen right when companies need them.
Making them painful.
So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but they likely know that EA and Activision and some other companies need these voice actors at the moment for something, right?
Something big, yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on from there. We're going to talk about upcoming releases before we're done. I'll start us off, but you guys can be checking out the PC and the Xbox stuff.
Okay.
Farm Simulator 17, one of the biggest games I've never understood that's big.
Yeah.
Coming out on October 25th for the PS4, but also the One and the PC. Dark Souls 3 DLC Ashes of Ariandel. That's coming out and everything on October 25th. I see here listed Minecraft Story Mode, so that must be like a disc is finally getting printed or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the next episode of the Batman Telltale series that comes out October 25th. I'm going to skip a few because I know my friends want to talk about them. Blaze Blue Central Fiction on November 1st. And, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 plus Arcade Game Series on November 1st for the PlayStation. I'll be picking that up. I love those. Have you ever played the Pac-Man Championship Edition games?
No, I haven't.
They are sick. They're so good. I don't even like Pac-Man. I hate Pac-Man. But those Pac-Man Championship Edition games are awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll stop there. What do we got coming out on the Xbox?
Well, pretty much kind of what you said. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming out on the 25th, along with Just Dance 2017. That's going to be fun. I actually played Just Dance with my daughter, 3-year-old.
That's what happens when you have a daughter. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's pretty fun, actually. I enjoyed that game. I'm never going to post myself dancing, though.
Do it.
No, thanks.
Do it.
And then we have The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition coming for the Xbox, which is going to be different than the PC. But, yeah, I think Chris is going to maybe talk more about that. And then, let's see, we got Cluster Truck coming out as well. If you guys know, we went over that a couple weeks ago, right?
The PC, it was sick. I loved it. Chris loved it the most.
I just played it yesterday again.
Nice. So yeah, it's coming out on the 28th for the Xbox One. So look out for that. And then, go ahead, Chris.
We got Titanfall 2, October 28th.
Nice.
Looking forward to that. Yep, Elder Scrolls 5 again. Come on, Bethesda, we need 6.
That's never coming.
Dude,
Might as well put that in the
2019.
Half-Life 3 year.
2019, who'll get there?
Yeah.
Right after Star Citizen.
Yeah.
What was the other? Oh yeah, Hitman Episode 6, the
Nice.
season finale for this whole pay-as-you-go kind of game. Very interesting.
Pay as we make it.
Yeah. So those are the big ones, and
Well, one thing to add on that, on the Skyrim one for the PC, if you already own Skyrim on PC, you don't have to buy it again. You're just gonna get the update automatically, but you just got to make sure that your PC can handle it, I guess. So
oh yeah, and this one looks fun. Creepy Castle comes out Halloween.
nice.
It's kind of a throwback. Takes me back to my childhood. a little
Throwback
bit
to
if you look at
creepy
it.
castles.
Yeah, it's
Dun, dun,
all
dun.
8-bit looking and should be fun.
And then for the 3DS, Corpse Party, I don't know what that is, on the 25th. Hyrule Legends, A Link Between Worlds pack, that's on the 27th. Butterfly Inchworm Animation 2. I don't know what that is either.
See, these games suck. These games suck. I tried to tell you.
But
3DS sucks.
They could be
Why are
great. You don't
reporting?
know. You don't know. They could be awesome.
They could be awesome.
I
You
do
never
know. Common
Mario
sense
Party.
knows.
Mario Party Star Rush is coming out
Oh
on
my
the 4th.
gosh, can't wait to get me some Mario Party.
That's the RPG one, I believe.
No, it's not.
Harvest Moon,
You don't even know
Sky
your
Tree
own
Village,
games.
November
How could you have a
8th.
Mario RPG?
And then look out for Pokemon Sun and Moon on the 18th of November. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Well,
James hates me.
for all of our Twitch and Twitter
Barnes
and
and Noble
social
guy.
media
Wait,
stuff.
wait.
Oh
One
my
last thing.
gosh.
Thank you, James. Doom 2016 is on sale on Amazon. $25 for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Yeah.
So check that out if you haven't gotten that already. All right, James. Take it away, sir.
Well, for all of our social media junk, look in the description. Also, look us up on Facebook. Look us up. Look FNW Game Club at on Twitter. That'd be great. Follow us there. And also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share. That helps us out a lot. Keeps us going. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Peace.